Welcome back to After Hours, the only show on the internet that has an inconsistent schedule as an unplanned parenthood pregnancy.
You struggled to
God damn it!
Today we're getting into one of my, I'll say my second passion. Which the first one's gaming and this was my second one.
No, your first one is anime titties and then gaming.
Okay, you got me on that one.
I'm gonna call you out.
You got me on that.
You're not innocent here, buddy.
No, you got me on that one. But yeah, wrestling is my second passion.
It's like my fifth one.
I grew up on wrestling, and you know this.
We both did.
And we both did, but I never let it go.
I let it go for a little bit, but I gradually got back into it as I got older.
Yeah, and then
more entertaining than football.
And then it is.
I'm sorry, NFL. You're boring me.
And in 2018, I really got into New Japan Pro Wrestling, starting in 2018.
Yep.
And today we're gonna go over because when this comes out, this should come out Friday, July 14th. Because July 15th is when this tournament starts, and this tournament is called the G1 Climax. It is New Japan's biggest tournament. I didn't know what you're gonna say.
No, I'm not gonna say it. Just keep talking.
I know that brain.
No, just keep talking.
This tournament is their biggest tournament of the year, and by size and by importance.
Oh, there's to see it.
I'm doing it on purpose now at this point. Oh my god. So yeah, 32 participants, 4 blocks. Starts in July 15th, going all the way until mid-August.
I can't hold the name. This is like a huge gangbang, buddy. Oh, there we go. Got it out.
There you go.
Woo, God.
There you go.
All right.
I'm just waiting for you to say it.
I'm good. Go. I'm good. I just got to get the one out. I'm good.
Okay. And essentially, the goal for this tournament is if you win this tournament, you get the biggest spot, the highest paying spot on their biggest show of the year on January 4th. You get that main event spot for the world title. That's the whole goal of this tournament. It is round robin, so 8 people per block. Everybody fights everybody. You get a 2 points for a win, none for a loss, and 1 for a draw. Time limit draw or a count out draw. Because in New Japan you do have time limits for your matches.
That sounds exhausting. Every
match is a 30-minute time limit, and there's a 20 count outside the ring. So if you count out or you hit the time limit, you get 1 point for a draw, and 0 for a loss, and 2 for a win. So that's what this spreadsheet is based for. I broke it down every single night, every match, and kind of my idea of what I can guess with a pretty smart brain of who may or may not win. Mm-hmm. So that is the goal, and that's what this spreadsheet was for. So. Before I go on, do you have any questions, dude?
I was going to say, damn, you're boring yourself?
No. You know me, I always yawn. That's just part of my gimmick at this point.
Sleepy boy powers.
Sleepy boy powers. Oh, man. So, before I go on, do you have any questions, dude, before I go on?
Yeah, why this color scheme?
Because it's kind of... Well, the color scheme is basically to break out each block, because they do a color scheme for their block when they do out their... when they do these out. When they break these out, they have them all in different colors, just, I guess, to be fun. For visual representation.
It's so fun that you even made it.
Yeah. It's basically just a color scheme just to kind of break things up and so if it's not black and white. Make it fun to look at. Make my brain
This is like the presentation I had in school once.
Yeah, I feel that way, but this is all by want to do. I was not told to do this. Unlike in school where you were told to do these kind of things. But yeah, so that's what these are for. Yes, I am.
Continue.
I take that in stride. So yeah. I guess we'll go over generally the participants for each block and just kind of go over what they've been doing this year. Because this tournament kind of leads into a lot of the stories that happened over the course of this year so far. And we kind of see them play out. And that's where some of the predictions come from. Like kind of what the ideas are for.
Right.
So in the first block, in A block,
we've got Sandala.
Sandala effect.
The Sandala effect.
These are
that should be the name of his manager.
It's actually not.
It should be.
It should be,
if
but
I was his manager, it would be.
But you're not. If you were, though.
Listen here, buddy.
If you were a manager, it'd be pretty funny, though.
I don't believe in burritos.
I love how you get that. It's not. Sanada's our current reigning world champion in this tournament.
I've heard of him.
Because you don't watch Japanese wrestling.
Nope.
That's the thing. So he's our current reigning New Japan World Champion, or IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. And in history, there hasn't been a world champion to win this tournament. Except, I think there was one back when it first started, before it was called this. But
so this isn't a tournament decided to fade the universe.
Yes.
I'm looking at the list here and I see a guy called Evil. I don't want that guy to win.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
He's evil.
We'll get to him in a minute. I have a lot of things about him. But yeah, Sanada he just recently won the world title and he's coming into this tournament. And he's on a hot streak. So I'm expecting him to do really well. And that's, so in this tournament, we take the top two, the top point winner and the second place winner. So that's how, so two people make it out per block. So I predict him to get out on, which one did I do? On the second place side. Because the one person I feel like who could and will beat him in this block
is
Yota Tsuji. Yota Tsuji.
I love that guy in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. Just recently, he's newer on the roster, well, as a big name now. Because in New Japan,
is he a big man on campus?
He's pretty big. Pretty tall.
He's bigger than me?
I think so.
I had a chance to win here.
I mean, like, in height.
Oh, now you're making fun of me because I'm short now.
Yes.
Bitch. Anyway.
We're about the same size, so you know.
No, I'm much blacker than you. I got a bigger dick.
Alright. Okay, fair enough. But in New Japan, we have a thing called a dojo system, basically, where they train up, pretty much, yeah. Where they train up younger wrestlers.
Hey, yo.
So they can learn the basics and learn the rules and get their moveset all
Just
kind of fleshed out.
Grapple, throw, pin. It's not that hard to figure out.
And that's basically all they do.
Hit with chair.
Hit with chair.
Taunt. Finisher move. Basically, the exact thing I do when I play Here Comes the Pain. Same thing.
Kind of.
Ladder!
So basically it's basically like going to school for wrestling, essentially. But you're on stage with everybody else, but you don't really win that much when you're in that system.
Well, you're just trying to make a name for yourself. You ain't gonna win them all.
So
it's like if you got thrown to Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns. You know, you're not gonna win if it's your first debut match.
Oh no!
I may be the greatest upset in history, but
no. But that's no. I don't see that happen. It'd be funny though.
That's a way to get your star points up there.
It is.
There is a point system in WWE for those that don't know. That's how you get the main event cards and shit. Anyway, we're not talking about that.
No. But Yota Tsuji just came back because in the New Japan dojo system, you get trained up and then you get basically sent away for a year or two to learn from other different companies around the world, and then you come back as a more well flushed out, more developed wrestler. And he came back recently and fought Sonata for the belt at their Dominion show, which is in June.
Mm-hmm.
Was really good in that one. Did not win, but was very, very close to winning that match. So that's the reason I have him kind of going pretty far in this tournament, because of that. The rest of them are also really, really like Shota Umino. We've seen Shota Umino.
Oh yeah, we have.
Shooter.
Yeah.
Mr. Shooter showed up just again like Yoda, just came back from his excursion to New Japan. So now he's fresh. He's back. He's done really well this entire year so far since coming back.
Oh, he was fucking fantastic when we saw him.
Oh, he's fantastic. He's great. I love Shota. He's fantastic. So, again, he's also can do really well in this one. Again, besides the champion, picking this block was a toss-up at this point. Chase has been around forever.
Well, yeah.
He does well in these tournaments, not like higher points. So, like I think average like 6 or 8 points usually. I don't have him winning too much in this one because it doesn't seem like he will, but he could. So I again, these are all predictions. I can be completely off base with most of these, but I'm just using prior knowledge to kind of guesstimate, I should say.
Yeah.
Piccolo's a really big dude. We all saw him when we went to New Japan, that New Japan show. He's one of those really tall guys who walked by us originally.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Yep.
Made me feel tiny.
He does.
We got rail side seats.
Yeah.
And I just felt small when these wrestlers just walked by me.
He's like, oh,
So, you're taller.
you're really big.
How fucking dare you?
How dare you? Oh. So then, Kaito Kiyomiya is not a New Japan guy. He's a Pro Wrestling Noah guy. So he's...
You know this guy?
Yeah. Wow. See, he wrestles for a different Japanese company called Pro Wrestling Noah. So was recently their world champion. Recently lost the belt. Now is competing in this tournament because they like doing a couple of decent surprises and not doing people on their roster. Usually they pick from different companies they work with. So they brought this one in, which I was very surprised to see him in this one. So I don't know how well he's gonna do, but I expect him to do good. I don't know how good, but I have him doing fairly well.
Next, we have Ren Narnia.
Rin Narita.
The Lion, the Witch, and the audacity of this bitch.
The audacity of this bitch. You're Rin Narita. Again, much like Shota and Yoda, he just came back from excursion to the main roster, so now he's doing really well. He's one half of the 6-man champions because they have a 6-man tag belt.
That's a lot of belts.
Well, it's 3 people, so
It's a lot of belts.
yeah, it's 3 belts. It's like having tag belts, but you have an extra one.
Too many belts.
So many belts.
Too many belts, dude.
So many belts. But yeah, again, he's done great. He looked really well this year. So again, it's a toss-up. It's a hard pick.
Then we have Gabe Kidd with 2 D's, so you know he's not messing it around.
Not messing around.
He's got an extra D in there. But watch out for him. Don't trust that guy.
Don't trust that guy. I mean, I wouldn't.
I don't know the extra D's for. Watch out for it, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust him either. With the way his attitude's been, I wouldn't trust him.
See, I know some of the characters, like, in these blocks.
Yeah.
I just don't know every single one.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch, like you, I watch very casually.
Yeah.
I might catch a New Japan show, like...
When I drag you to one?
Well, no.
Or when I ask you to come to one, I should say.
Yeah. Or, better yet, whenever, like, if I get on my phone or whatever, or my little wrestling streaming site that I have,
yeah,
I might watch a New Japan, so maybe once a week or so.
Yeah. It's the funnest wrestling that
Sorry.
It's the funnest wrestling out there that I enjoy.
It is very fun. Very flashy.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, Gabe Kidd is... Again, he's been around New Japan for a while, but he's made a turn shift. So now he's not a good guy anymore. He's a bad guy now.
He's a heel.
He's a heel now. He's not a babyface anymore. He's a heel now, and he's the guy to more like hit your chair over and over again than anybody else in this block. Because that's what he's part of the faction called Bullet Club, which is basically like modern day NWO, but so they're basically a heel faction that just does whatever they want, and it's basically a group made up of mostly English-speaking or foreign wrestlers.
Well, it's called Bullet Club. I imagine it'd be the most American club you can get in Japan.
It was because it was started by foreign wrestlers, or gaijins as they call them. I don't know why the word gaijins used, but that's the word they use.
I wonder in Bullet Club do they just call him Billy the Kid?
They should. They don't, but they should.
That was a missed opportunity. Honestly.
It is a missed opportunity. They should at least one character name that at least.
Like I'm saying, just a missed opportunity. Anyway,
It is a very missed opportunity.
Next block.
But that's all the participants in this block. So to round this one out, I do have Yoda Shuji coming out on the first place side only because he does, in my predictions, beat Sonata, which makes them tied in points. But in the case of a tie, you take whoever won over the other one. So in this instance, Yoda comes out on the first place side, and Sonata comes out on the second place side. It just makes the most sense in my brain when I'm thinking about these in a bubble.
Alrighty, now we're going to G1 Climax B block.
The B block.
Coming up on July 15th, we have
Taichi's up.
I like I like chai tea. But like in India, it's just called chai, so like it's like you're saying tea.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, this isn't about that. Just had a moment.
It's fine. But Taichi is he does incorporate some sumo stuff into his wrestling every once in a while, which is kind of funny.
You ever been sumo slapped before?
No.
Neither have I. I don't want to.
I wish he would do that. That'd be funny.
I don't want to see a big meaty man just put his hands on me. Well, I'm a big meaty man.
You'll put you on somebody, but not on me. No.
What are you talking about?
But you have bigger hands than me.
I have much bigger hands than you.
That's quite unfortunate, honestly.
And I'm also a guitarist. Funny, huh?
Funny. So Taichi's fun. Very. Not I wouldn't say bad or good, but he's kind of like in the middle.
He's average.
Well, not. And
he's just a Joe Schmo.
He's there. He's in the same faction as Sonata, and their faction name is Retarded.
What is it? What is it?
So it's just 5 guys. It was just 4 guys. Then they added Sonata, so they changed it to just 5 guys.
Burgers and fries?
That's what the joke is. On commentary, that's the joke.
Just 5 guys.
It's just 5 guys doing things.
Just 5 guys doing things.
They're doing shit.
Good things or bad things, that's up to y'all.
They're just doing shit.
Just doing things.
I'm just like,
going to get coffee together, going out for a burger, going to commit a felony. You know, it's just whatever. Just 5 guys doing regular guy things. Grilling out in the backyards, playing cornhole.
Yep.
Banging chicks in the strip.
You never know.
Because they're just 5 guys.
Just 5 of them. Yeah, but Taichi, earlier in the year, was the one who got Sonata back on his winning track, and because he was kind of in a slump, he wasn't doing very good. It's kind of like laissez-faire, but Taichi's the one who brought him out of his slump and kind of like smacked his ass back in the ear, like, what the fuck are you doing?
He was a Tai Chi ass slap.
Essentially.
Left cheek.
And from there on, Sonata went and won the world title, won that previous tournament, and Taichi's been his best friend all the way through it so far. So
let me tell you about my best friend.
Yeah, Taichi historically has done pretty good in this tournament as well, so love to see how he does this year. So it'd be very interesting.
Alright, who's Will?
Will Ospreay.
Ew.
Ospreay.
Ew.
Why you say ew for?
Nothing, just talk about the guy.
Will's he's great. He's a British bloke, and he's really fun.
Oh, is he British now? Oh, these small schools on the shooting range. Oh. Fuck you, British. Talk shit. Hey, guess what? How many queens we got that are dead? 0, -1. Scoreboard! Scoreboard! Woo! Miracle! I'm done.
And Will is also the current reigning defending IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion.
A British man.
It's the U.S. champion.
Okay. 1 for you, England. 0 for us.
He's a really strong bloke. And he's liable to take your head off in one foul swoop.
With a knife, he's got to get a permit for that.
No, with his sharp-ass elbow in the back of your skull.
He's got to have a permit for that.
It's wrestling in the permit.
He needs a permit for that.
Not in wrestling, we don't.
So
not in this company, we don't.
So I can turn left and slap people with my dick. But it's wrestling. It counts.
In some companies, yeah.
Questions for later. Keep going.
Yeah, Will's done really well. He made it to the semifinals last year. So
he didn't win, so he sucks.
He got close. The only reason he didn't win is because he ran into Okada, New Japan's golden boy. Their top winningest guy in the company.
Well, everybody knows England couldn't beat Japan. That's why we did it.
Let it go!
No!
Let it go!
You will not besmirch the legacy of World War II. England didn't do it, but we finished the damn fight. We unleashed the power of the sun twice.
And got anime out of it.
Exactly. They went from a feudalistic, nihilistic nation. We put that mask on them for a reason. Act nice.
Act nice.
No, put on the dress. Or else.
Or
we can build more of these. And we just won't take Nagasaki again.
We'll take Tokyo.
We're talking Tokyo. We're talking Kyoto. Habanero! We'll take them all!
Oh, man. It's not... Okada was our previous world champion before Sonata beat him. Pussy. And he's done great in this tournament, so I never bet against or pick against Okada because that's a losing effort 95% of the time. So
plus, he's the golden boy.
He is the golden boy.
It's kind of like betting Superman against anybody else, save Batman.
Like he's beatable,
but it's tough.
And again, in this block, the only person in this block who I can see actually beating Okada is Will, because they're on the same level. And that's the only person I can see actually winning against him.
Listen, England's never beat Japan. They won't.
He's beaten Okada a couple times.
He won't this time.
I'm
calling it myself. He won't beat Okada.
I mean, he might not.
I'm going to tune in for that match.
Well, I might show you that match. Just off the
to piss me off.
Just to piss, like, we're going to watch this match. I'm like, okay, we're watching. I don't tell you shit. And just watch it. And it happens, like, fuck!
I'm gonna flip the desk.
Please don't do that.
I won't. There's a lot of expensive stuff on this desk.
There's a lot of business on the table.
Next is the Great Okan. That sounds like a porn star name.
See, that's why I love not having a script for this show, because I never know what this motherfucker's gonna say, and that shit just gets me every fucking time we use that shit.
Does that not sound like a porn star name?
I mean, I guess
the Great Okan, he eats pussy, you just get a perpetual O on your face.
I mean, he is the champion of the British, so...
Another fucking British!
No, he's Japanese.
Oh.
But he's champion of the British. Because he's currently the
he's Japanese-British.
No, he's just Japanese. He went over and he won the Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship. So now
England lost their belts on Japanese. America would never done that. Shut up! Shut up! You shut up! Shut up right now!
Just...
Sorry, I've been listening to a podcast series about the Manhattan Project, and it's just been nothing but like Japanese turmoil the entire series.
All right, understandable. Okay, good to know where it comes from.
It's not a place of hate, mostly.
Okay. Mostly. But yeah, Okan does good in the tournament. He's fun to watch, so I'm again excited to see how he does. So we'll see what happens.
Next is
Tangaloa.
That sounds like a dance or a very painful sex move. Baby, you want to try the Tangaloa? Tangaloa move? Put your leg behind my left clavicle.
Tangaloa has been out with an injury recently, and is finally coming back after, like, I think it's been 6 months to a year now he's coming back. But it's going to be fun to see him back. But he's primarily a tag team wrestler with his brother, who's in the C block. So I love to see how he does this year. So I'm excited to see how that works out. But usually when they come back after injury, they usually don't, like, he's definitely not winning this tournament.
Well, yeah, because he's been out with an injury.
But we'll see what happens. We'll see how...
You lose your strength when you ain't practiced in a while.
You get rusty.
Get a little rusty. Now next we have Kenta!
Kenta.
Spelled in all caps because you know he's yelling it.
I took the spelling from how they spelled it. So that's just how they spell it. I don't know why they spell it in all caps, but they just do. I guess because there's no Japanese characters for that name, so they just write in all capital letters.
Looks like they don't have letters for like a phrase for our words like bullshit.
Yeah. Yep.
They just say it in English because they don't know how to say it any other way.
So Kenta's also part of the Bullet Club faction. He's
fuck yeah!
He's one of the few Japanese wrestlers in that faction.
Listen, America's all about freedom and inclusivity. Bro. Listen, that's how we get diversity. We drop the nuke, we gotta include them. Say we're sorry. They give us anime, we gotta include them in the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
It seems equal. It's equal to me in my eyes.
Equal rights, equal fights.
Not just equal.
It's equal.
Like we unleash the sun. You give us big titty cartoon girls, and you're allowed in Bullet Club. That's how it works.
That's how it works. Kenta's really good, but he's just recently coming off a loss of dropping his New Japan Strong Openweight Championship. It's a big belt for New Japan Strong.
Shouldn't have done that.
They didn't do it on purpose.
Shouldn't have done that.
He didn't do it on purpose.
Shouldn't have done that.
He got wrestled. But yeah,
he got wrestled.
He got wrestled.
Did he wrestle a police officer? You said it wrestled.
No, he wrestled a police officer.
If I pin you, you're going to jail.
He wrestled the furthest thing opposite of a police officer.
A black man.
No, we'll get to him. We'll get to him in the next block.
What?
Yeah. We see how Kenta bounces back from that loss. So we'll see what happens.
Up next, we have Yoshihashi, not a Hashira.
No.
Not a Hashira.
Not Hashira. My least favorite of anybody in this tournament. He's kind of boring. It's like
with that kind of name, a name like Yoshi, it's kind of hard to be interesting.
I mean,
unless he's dressed like an actual Yoshi, going meow meow. Like,
that actually be funny. That actually
let me rebrand him. I got you, man.
So that actually be very entertaining. He's currently one half of the IWGP Tag Team Champions right now.
But he's boring.
But his partner has more personality than he does.
Oh, it's kind of like our dynamic.
Since I think I'm funnier than he is.
Yeah. You know what? I believe you. Yeah, you're probably way funnier than he is.
So like, he's the one I don't foresee him like winning many or if any of these matches. Like he might win against Tangaloa, maybe only because he's coming back from injury, so maybe he'll win that one. But
he'll hit him in his injury part.
Probably so. That's about.
Japanese always say, "Aim for the king of the armor."
Okay,
next is El Fantasmo, the
Fantasmo.
spookiest boy that ever wrestled.
Not spooky.
I know. I'm just let me go off names, dude.
I am. I'm letting you have him. But yeah, Fantasmo. He's
Say the whole thing.
El Fantasmo.
Thank you.
El Fantasmo is coming off of an interesting year. He was a part of Bullet Club at the beginning of the year.
How'd he get kicked out?
Oh,
all right, he's Mexican.
No. No.
He wasn't American enough to get stay in the Bullet Club.
I think he's Canadian.
How the fuck are you Canadian with a name?
He's not Canadian or
no,
English. I'm not sure.
He's Spanish.
Not Spanish.
Why do you have a name like El Fantasmo if you're not?
There's a lot of people who have L in the beginning of their name.
Yeah.
But a lot of them did wrestle in Mexico.
Listen, the only L I know died by getting his name wrote in a book.
That's true. That's fair.
That's the only L I know.
That's factual. But El Fantasma was in Bullet Club earlier in the year. Got kicked out because he did not like where the new leader was taking the faction.
To the top?
No, he changed because before the new leader took over, it wasn't more of a fun kind of like we're the cool like
we're
rebel
cool.
people.
We shoot guns in the sky and chug Bud Light, but not anymore. It's just that transvestite who took over the branding. Was that joke in poor taste? We'll let them decide if it's in poor taste.
Let them decide. But the new leader decided to take it into more of a more aggressive, more.
It's called Bullet Club.
Well, they used to be like a very heel aggressive faction, but then they changed it to be more fun and more kind of like
more marketable.
More not heel, but like tweener in the middle.
Marketable.
Yeah, marketable. Because they were all about selling their brand and selling and making merch sales.
Listen, you can get a band called Bullet Club.
But now with the new leader, who's also in this tournament, also in C Block.
Oh boy, we ain't got there yet.
We ain't got there yet.
But we're getting there next.
But they didn't like they had a disagreement, so they basically kicked the shit out of him and kicked him out. So now he's on a blood hunt, basically. We'll say.
Sorry, when you say blood hunt, I thought of something completely different.
I figured you did.
Once again, I love the Masquerade series. When you say blood hunt, I'm like, ooh, that's cool. Got an entire clan of vampires hunting you down.
Right now he's an army of one, but we'll see what happens.
And so is I'm blanking on his name. Fucking Ghost of Tsushima. What was his name? Main character. I'm blanking. Future Brand, put it up.
Yeah, he'll put it up because I'm blanking on it too.
Thank you. If you did do it, thank you. By the way.
Oh, Jin Kasai.
Sakai.
All
right, well, Jin.
Jin
was a one-man army for a little bit. He turned out fine.
So,
we'll
see. I'm very excited to see how Phantasma does in this tournament. So it'd be really fun.
Now, your predictions for the B block winner.
The B block winner winners. I am honest predicting Osprey to get.
You're gonna go with a blind Englishman.
Yes. Okay. I actually like this Englishman. He's really fun.
We'll see.
He's very fun. And then on the second place side is Okada. And that's mainly because I predict Osprey to beat Okada in this tournament.
Not me.
So we'll see what happens. Again, I could be completely out base. I don't know. We'll see. I could be completely wrong with all of these.
We're going to watch that match together then.
We will. It'll be fun.
We're going to watch that one together.
That'll be entertaining. That's
the B block.
That's on the 15th. And that happens.
And right now it's the 8th. So
it happens on a Saturday. Actually, Saturday morning at 5 a.m.
I don't think I want to be over here that early.
But I won't watch it until I get up. So.
True. That's what we can do before we start recording. Now on a C block of a G1 Climax, we have... Say, I can't see that one.
Tamatanga.
Tamatanga?
Tamatanga.
Does he have tongs? You know, clacks those things like 3 times to make sure they work. You know, do you not do that with tongs?
No.
I always clack them 3 times. Like, if I'm grilling out, I clack them tongs 3 times to make sure they work.
You know, Tamatanga is did really well last year in this tournament. Got all the way to the semifinals, but lost to Okada in that one. But we'll see what happens this year. He's been... Recently, he had a really bad defeat and lost his Never Point title to the current leader of Bullet Club, which we'll go over here in a minute. So it'll be fun to see how he gets his redemption, gets his win back in this block. Mm-hmm. So I'm just interested to see how he goes in this one.
Next, we have Evil! Evil?
Yeah, fuck this guy.
I don't know about him, I just saw the name.
Evil basically lives up to his name, honestly.
Does he like pee on his opponents and shit?
No, but he takes every shortcut he can.
Slap their fucking mom through in the crowd like, you gave birth to this punk ass.
I mean, I would believe.
And worst of the worst, he steals the yogurt out of the company fridge when he knows that you wrote your name on it, and he eats it in front of you to spite you.
I can definitely see that. I can honestly see that.
Also, he skews every painting he passes and says "fuck the police" while he does it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what the worst part is? Ooh, the worst thing that he does. He doesn't put his plastic bottles in the recycling bin. Ooh, the dastardly deed he does.
Honestly, all that and more.
He kills your dog.
He would. He would. I believe that. 100% I believe that. This man has cheats with every match he does. He never wins anything legit. He's cut the lights out in the building a couple of times. He's had like 5 or 6 people help him win everything. All the low blows. All of the shenanigans and hijinks that he gets up to.
Oh no, he stole my spell, Testicular Torsion.
He does!
You thief! Give me my spell back!
So, in predictions, I have him not winning anything, but I expect him to win something by...
At least one match.
At least one by nefarious odds, and that's going to make me very upset.
Just a finger pyramid thing on like behind the stage. He's like,
exactly. He's also a part of Bullet Club, but
Ow! Oh, sorry.
A sub-faction of Bullet Club called the House of Torture.
There's a
subgroup in Bullet Club.
So they have subgroups and groups? We can do that?
Oh, well, only Bullet Club has that.
We can do that.
We can. But only Bullet Club does it.
We have a subgroup and I'm going to call the Little Shits. You're a fan club now. I'm making it official. You're Little Shits.
Yeah, so... He was also a product of the pandemic era because he joined Bullet Club in the pandemic era, which is how.
He was trying to spray COVID inside of Bullet Club. Oh, the dastardly deeds he does!
I believe that.
I believe it now too. I ain't even seen the guy. I just believe it. Next, we have Shingo Takagi. Takagi, you say it. You're better pronunciation.
Shingo Takagi.
I got nothing for that. Continue.
Shingo's awesome. Shingo's fantastic. He's a part of my favorite faction of LIJ, Los Ingobernables de Japón, which Hiromu Takahashi is also part of.
Oh yeah, the name sounds familiar.
Also, case in point, Yoda Tsuji is also part of LIJ. Most recently joined the group. And Sonata was also part of the group, but he left back in April. April when he left. But regardless, Shingo is great. He's done well in this tournament, and He's not won the tournament, and he's not gotten out of block competition on the semifinals or final side. So I expect a change this year. I hope for a change. Got everything crossed for a change. Because he's very capable to do it. But will that happen? And with this block being as stacked as it is. Because in this block, I can definitely see either Tama, Shingo, or the guy on the bottom here, we'll talk about in a minute, to make it out on either first or second place, just because of the year they've had. So I am I hope Shingo does really well in this one. Actually gets out of block action this year for the first fucking time.
Next, we have Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston.
He's British, isn't he?
He's American. He's American as American can get.
How American are we talking?
Very American.
We're talking bald eagles and Bud Light.
I can definitely see it, yeah.
Machine guns. Cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what a fucking kilometer is.
I don't think.
What the fuck is a kilometer?
Eddie's fantastic.
Hey.
We saw Eddie in a New Japan Strong taping once when we went.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Eddie is fantastic. He's the one who just recently beat Kenta for the never open weight, never strong title, which is the NJPW Strong Open Weight Championship. There we go.
Let's go the never strong title.
Well, they have the never open weight title, which the never division is basically a weight. Because they have their heavyweights and their light heavyweights. The never title is for every division, so anybody can win that belt.
I thought it was gonna go for like welterweights because they fluctuate a lot.
I guess technically.
Then again, I'm using MMA logic.
I guess technically, because New Japan was built on the back of a combination of wrestling and MMA.
Yeah.
Because they are definitely more of a harder hitting. Like I've seen people literally forearm each other in the jaw and immediately seen blood come out.
Yeah, it happens.
So that they will they will stick you a couple times. Pretty good. But yeah, Eddie just won finally a world championship recently, and that was a very, very fun moment. So I'm and him, much like me, is very, very like he loves Japanese wrestling. So he probably has more knowledge than I do. But so that's saying something. But I cannot wait to see this is his first G1, so I cannot wait to see how he does in this one. So I'm very excited for that.
Next, we have Mickey Nichols.
Mikey Nichols, an Australian bloke.
I mean, I kind of figured that with Mikey.
Mikey down under. But
How
Mikey,
offensive can we get explaining wrestling?
as offensive we can be, because that's the point of
Oh,
wrestling.
I got
offensive.
you. I'm kidding.
It's not go that far.
Whoa! Wait!
We're still on the internet. We have to put up some kind of rules on the internet. Won't be seen by anybody. Mikey's part of a tag team. He's one half of a tag team. So this is also his first G1. So I'm expecting good things. I know he can go, but we'll see what happens. There's not much there, but Mikey's cool. So we'll see what happens.
Yes, we got Aaron. Aaron.
Aaron.
It's Aaron.
Aaron. Aaron Hanare is like he's the definition of Smash Mouth. He will definitely like punch your teeth in if he could.
Joke's on him. I have enamels.
Aaron's good. Like again, I don't see him winning this block, but I do see him doing well because he can and he's capable of doing that. So we'll see.
Next, we got Tomohiro Ishii.
Hey,
I'm getting better.
That's good. It's good. Really good.
I'm starting to watch my anime subbed.
Ishii's fantastic. He's really, really fun. Like he is the definition of hit me as hard as you fucking can and try to knock me down.
Oh, so he's a JoJo character.
Basically.
He's Jonathan Joestar.
Try to knock me out, bitch. See what happens.
No matter how much you hit me, I'll still keep getting back up.
I'll keep walking in your face, bitch. Come on, hit me.
Deal. Try me.
Essentially, yeah. He's great. I would love for him to win, but I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll see what happens. It's be fun.
Next, we have David Finlay.
An Irish bloke.
I knew he was Irish.
Irish bloke. David Finlay is the new leader of Bullet Club, and he has been very aggressive, and his whole faction's been very aggressive, super aggressive recently.
What about House of Torture, the sub faction?
They're kind of there.
They don't do anything. They're just there. They're just there because we can sell action figures of them.
No, they're there to cause a nuisance and just be a nuisance.
Oh, you mean like when I do stuff like that?
Basically, yeah.
Is that working? Is that working? Is it helping? This is code for ah!
Yeah, nobody likes the House of Torture. Nobody likes them at all. Everybody hates them.
There's a lot. There's probably like a fan base for it. That's why they still exist.
Very, very.
There's a fan base for them, so they still exist.
No.
Back to David.
David is aggressively, and I say aggressively took Thomas' title a few months ago.
You know what's funny to think about?
What?
You say he's a new leader of Bullet Club. An Irishman took over Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Sons of Anarchy club.
He took over the club from the previous leader, who was New Zealand.
Huh?
and the leader before him was Canadian.
Go on.
And the leader before that was actually American. And the one before that was Irish.
Oh, so we're going full circle. we're back to Irish.
Yeah.
So the next one's got to take up is going to be one of the Americans then.
It should be.
Come on, America, step your game up. We didn't conquer these. I'm not going to say that. If you pause it, I'll tell you the joke, but I'm not.
Okay. Well, you'll tell me afterwards.
Yeah, I'll tell you the joke afterwards.
But yeah, I feel he doesn't, like, in this prediction, I don't have him winning, but I could definitely see him win in first or second place easily. But again,
because he's the leader of Bullet Club.
And they usually do pretty well.
In Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Bullet Club.
Bang, bang.
Anyway, who's your predictions for C Block's first and second place?
First, C Block, second and first. I have Takagi on the first place.
Obviously.
Because I really expect him to do really well. I'm really hoping for that win this year.
And for second place, we have Tama!
Tama! As a, because he made semis last year, so I expect him to do it again this year. But this year we have quarterfinals before semifinals this year. Because last year we didn't have the quarterfinal first and second place system. They brought that back this year. This used to be a system back in like the early 2000s and 90s, but they finally brought this system back to give more of a chance, more variety. So that's my predictions for this, for that block. So the final block, C block.
C block of G1, we have Tetsuya Naito. Or Naito, however you want to pronounce it, because English is hard.
It is Naito. My favorite, my number one Japanese professional wrestler.
I know. Like, when you first talked to me about New Japan Wrestling, you didn't shut the fuck up about him for 2 weeks.
The reason I started watching New Japan, and the reason I keep watching is because his whole faction is hilarious.
Yes.
This man is fucking funny.
Yes.
So with the role he's been on this year and last year, and with his goal of going back and being the main event of their biggest show, Wrestle Kingdom, in January, and him almost doing it last year, I really picked him to do it this year. And especially with the fact that Sonata is the champion, who just recently left Naito's faction by beating him in the New Japan Cup, which is the tournament that happened earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So I expect that to come full circle and to have a closure to that. So I'm really expecting that this year. But again, I have been let down before, but we'll see what happens.
Come on, you know your boy Naito hasn't let you down.
He hasn't. The Bookers have, but he hasn't. So.
And next we have Jeff Cobb with 2 B's, because you know he eats 2 fistfuls of corn.
He's an Olympian as well.
Oh, so
from Hawaii.
Is he like Zeus or Poseidon? Hades? Ares?
Think Olympics.
So 0% body hair, skin tight suits, immaculate physique, and a bronze medal.
He could have a gold medal, but he didn't actually compete in the Olympics. But he was chosen to be in the Olympics.
Sometimes it's just better to be nominated.
Yeah. But Jeff is
from Hawaii.
He's Hawaii.
And he's Samoan.
I think so.
The only thing I have to say about Samoans, no bad things by the way, is that in WWE, all the Samoans are related.
And I'm pretty sure
through Rishiki, Jimmy Fly Sunka, and the Rock's family is just a long list of people.
I'm almost certain Tama and Tonga are both Samoan, and they're brothers. And I'm pretty sure they're related in some shape and form to Roman and his whole family. But I'm not sure exactly how that works out.
Listen, I think so. I recently watched the Money in the Bank shit, and there was a whole paradigm shift, so...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You keep up with it, too.
Yeah, I don't watch WWE as much as I used to, but I do keep up with what's going on.
So you know about the whole, like, bloodline?
The collapse. I'm like, finally! Change!
Yes, because it was getting boring. And how many times can Roman Reigns get kicked in the head?
How many times can he stay champion after 1,000 days? That's what's gotten me. I'm like, 1,000? 1,000?
Hey, listen, Paul Heyman just acts surprised anytime Roman says something. So I'm just like, every time I see him on TV, he's just like,
my tribal chief!
My tribal chief!
I mean, he's making bank right now. So
you know what? Granted, yeah, he must be making Paul Heyman's fat in fucking wallet.
He's making his money.
He's got too many fat wallets in his jacket. That's why he's walking around like this. Paul Heyman, I'm kidding. I love you, man.
He's stuck with Brock enough, got all his money, and then he's stuck with Roman, and got all his money. He's making a bunch of money, but yeah,
not nearly as scummy as Vince though.
No, Paul's great though.
Paul's a good guy.
Paul's good.
And he's very straight up with everybody.
Oh yeah.
Paul, once again, big ups, big hearts to you, buddy. Back to Japan though.
Yeah, but
back to the land of the rising sun. I just completely cut Jeff. I'm sorry, Jeff Cobb, if you're watching this,
bro. Honestly,
you don't know. You don't know. He could be watching.
1000%. He could sling you around.
I believe that because he's a professional wrestler and I'm not. I'm just a schlup that sits behind a fucking computer monitor.
Yeah, this. I'll show you some clips from Jeff Cobb later, but this man has a freak of nature. Like, he's big and agile, which is a scary combination to have.
I'm agile, but I'm big.
Can you do a standing moonsault?
Actually, yes.
Oh, okay. I can. Moonsault scare me.
I mean, they're very scary, but I can do it.
I'm jealous. I'm gonna break my neck.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can only do it drunk. So do with that information what you will. If you want me to compete in New Japan Wrestling, I'm gonna need a whole fifth of Jameson before each match to actually do somewhat good, and plus to dull the pain. Brandon, I don't think arms supposed to bend that way. Oh, okay. We're straight now. I didn't feel a thing. You're a good doctor, man. You're a great wrestling coach, dude.
Like, yeah, I tried.
I'm gonna go sleep now.
Go slump.
Just falls face first at the concrete.
Boom.
Is he alright? Yeah, I'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Ooh, that was good.
The ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling. The man who...
I hear that name a lot.
Hiroshi Tanahashi is the man who basically brought New Japan up and actually kept it going through its little dark age it had where nobody was, like, everybody left and the company was kind of failing, but it kind of rode his back and got them back up to where they are now, essentially.
Oh, so his back's okay, right?
His knees aren't, but his back's fine.
Oh, I was about to say, I mean, knees.
Yeah, because...
The knees hurt from carrying this company.
If you know Eddie Guerrero, his finishing move,
yeah,
the frog splash,
yeah,
he's done that. He calls it the high fly flow, but he does that, and his knees are shot because of it.
Oh, so it's aesthetically the same move.
Aesthetically the same move, just call it something different. And he does it at least twice in every match.
Oof. No, that's bad.
Cause he'll hit you on the back of it and then flip you over and do it normally. So his knees are shot.
You know, there's a limit to how much the human body can take.
Yeah, there is. Especially how rough and tumble this company is compared to most companies.
Yeah, that's why with like people like scientists say like your prime physique is like from when you're like 18 to like 35 is your prime.
Mm-hmm. Tana's in his, I think he's 45.
Hey, but if you can keep it up with like regular exercise and not overshoot and shit, you can be in your prime well into your 50s.
Like he's changed his style a lot to compensate for that, and he's still fantastic.
It's much like how in like MMA UFC it's called like fighter longevity. Like
yeah,
Conor McGregor's great. Don't get me wrong, he is one of the best of all time. But give it like 5 more years, he's not gonna be.
Yeah, because
you can fight as much as you want.
Yeah, but
the body. It's going to take longer and longer to heal from each fight.
Exactly.
Eventually, you're going to be out for 3 weeks getting over when you overstep too hard.
Yeah. Hiroshi Tanahashi has also won this tournament 3 times in total so far.
Ooh, he's really good. He really is carrying the company.
Yeah, he's a 3-time winner of this tournament. Naito's won it twice. Okada's won it twice. So those are the previous winners in this tournament. Oh, Goto, also, we'll talk about him in a minute. I've also won this tournament once. I don't think there's any other winners in this tournament besides those. But yeah, Tanahashi's great. He's fantastic, but he doesn't win this tournament as much as he used to. He's basically here as a big name and a name to help other people kind of get over.
He's basically the Madara Uchiha of this company.
Essentially.
Just that name carries weight.
Essentially, yeah.
Or more reality since the Rockefellers.
Yeah, and he can definitely still win if he needed to and definitely pull it out.
Up next, we got Zack Sabre Jr. The sharpest.
Another British bloke.
I already knew with the name Sabre.
He is the current...
I'm surprised you didn't make a fate joke there.
No.
Oh, I'm proud of you. You're maturing.
I tried.
Not much.
Not much.
You're just waiting for a good chance to pull it out.
Exactly.
I know you.
But Zack is great. Zack's fantastic. He's current reigning defending New Japan television champion.
He's good for TV, isn't he?
Yeah, and all the matches are only 15-minute time limits, so you gotta wrestle fast. Just
once again,
defending a TV title match.
Once again, we are on a weird time scale of where 15 minutes could feel like 15 hours.
It do feel like that sometimes.
Especially if a match drags on forever, which, for example, recently the Money in the Bank match, that felt like it went on too fucking long.
That's most of what WWE is now. Feels like things go on way too long. But I digress. Yeah, Saber's great. He's done great in this tournament. And his first opponent is Tanahashi, and that's going to be should be an easy match for Zach, because Zach's a submission wrestler. He will basically tie you in knots. He will tie you in knots.
I don't care. He's still a pussy.
He'll bend your appendages in ways they shouldn't be bending.
Oh, that sounds hot.
It's scary.
It sounds sexy.
What's wrong with you?
A lot, actually.
Oh, okay. Moving on
to Shane Haste.
Shane Haste, another one we saw in at the show.
I remember seeing
It's the first one we saw.
I know. I remember seeing him.
Shane is.
He was very weird looking.
He does have the title of Madman, so
he's very weird looking though. He's like he's made out of clay.
Very...
I'm sorry. I didn't say it at the time. But just seeing him in person, I was like, "Is this a claymation human?"
But he's really good though.
He's good, but he looks like a claymation person. I'm sorry if you're watching, Shane, but it's just. If this somehow gets to him, I'm sorry. Just change your hairstyle at least. You look like the dude from Neverwood.
Neverhood.
No,
Neverhood.
No, I'm talking about. It was a claymation video game called like Neverhood or Neverwood.
Okay.
I can't remember. Anyway.
Anywho's, him and Mikey Nichols are tag team. They're in the faction called Team DK.
Donkey Kong. I said. Oh.
Actually, it stands for the Mighty Don't Kneel.
So the Mighty Donkey Kong.
Sure.
I'm calling it that. I know it's not that, but that's just me.
And so Mikey, Shane, and Zach are on the same faction. Zach is the leader of that faction currently. But yeah, Shane's great. So seeing what he can do in this tournament will be fun. Because it's also his first time in this tournament, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, my first time watching it as well. So all first here. Next we have Alex
Coughlin.
I was gonna say Coffin, but I might be a little dyslexic on that name.
It's fine. Alex Coughlin and Gabe Kidd are a tag team, and they're the current NJPW Strong Tag Team Champions, which is the tag titles we saw.
Captain Kidd and Major Coughlin.
Sure, yeah, definitely. Those are tag titles we saw be created. Actually, had the first champions when we were there at their show. So that was fun. So they just recently won those tag belts from Goto and Yoshihashi recently. So again, they're part of the New Era Bullet Club. So we'll see how they do. Again, tag team wrestlers don't usually do that good in this tournament, but we'll see what happens. I expect decent things, but not a lot. So we'll see what happens.
Next, we have Hiroki Goto.
Goto, former G1 winner, and really solid, really hard hitting, really fun. I like him. Again, could use a little more personality.
You mean a little more razzle dazzle?
A little bit more, a little bit something, just something.
Or a little bit of razzle. Tone back the dazzle.
A little bit. So see, Goto's again the other half of the tag champions currently. So we'll see how he does. He does usually good in this, so we'll see what happens. He didn't do in recent years. He's fallen off in this tournament because he's been focused on tag team wrestling. So we'll see what happens this year. Toriano, he's fun, but he's more of the goofy.
Could I take him?
You would have a fun match with Yano, because his whole thing is he just tries to find the goofiest way out of a match.
I do that on the daily. We be out goofing each other.
Like
I be trying to twerk on him.
He basically pulled a blindfold out from around the ring and put over his opponent's head so they couldn't see, and they just kind of moved around the ring.
So basically, he's like the Harlem Globetrotters of wrestling.
Yeah. He won a match by tricking his opponent to follow him outside the ring. He took wrestling tape and taped him together, or taped his legs together, and locked him in an elevator, and then ran back to the ring, got him counted out.
How did he lock him in the elevator?
Well, he basically put him in the elevator, tied him up, sent it down, ran back to the ring. By that point, the ref had done count to 20, and he was counted out.
So in 20 seconds, he had enough time to have a dude chase him to an elevator, duct tape it, and run back to the ring in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
He's fast as fuck, boy.
He's pretty fast. He's not a slim fella, but he's pretty fast for a semi-big person.
I see I have met my match.
He's
Goofy.
He also beat Okan in this tournament 1 year because Okan has this like very long braid he has. So basically, he took that braid and tied it to the ring post or the barricade.
See, you say goofy, I say resourceful.
He's very resourceful. Okay, there we go. Very resourceful. We'll use that because that's a better term. He's definitely resourceful. So he's done a lot of that kind of.
He's basically a real life Joseph Joestar.
Essentially, yeah. Like he'll find any way to get out of a match that's not actually wrestling.
Like tie your hair. It was like, you thought you were going somewhere, but I tied your ponytail to the stage. Now let's run away.
Essentially, yeah. Like he'll tie you up, tie you to something, and then just kind of leave you there and kind of get you kind of.
He sounds pretty kinky if he's just tying you up all the time.
He might be. I don't know, but he's fun.
My safety word is cupcakes.
He's very entertaining to watch. So that's the whole
predictions for D Block.
For the D Block, we have in first.
You got Cobb.
I got Cobb in first place because again, Cobb is not.
Once again, I kind of saw this prediction anyway because Cobb and Naito. I already knew that was your prediction stuff just off the rip for D Block.
They seem like the easiest and most the choice that make the most sense for who to win. But again, with New Japan, they could literally go anywhere. I did the same prediction for their Best of the Super Junior tournament earlier in the year, and it was completely off base with who won it. I was completely off base. I didn't see that one coming a mile away. So I could be completely wrong here, but that just makes the most sense to me. And overall, I do have Naito winning this tournament because it just story reason it makes sense for how the story plays out. It just makes sense for that to happen. But again,
listen,
get me wrong.
You always know that the season finale can always turn heel.
Oh, always. But it'll be a very fun. We start on the 15th of July, we end on the 13th of August. So it's going to be a fun month of just wild shit.
And the wild card is still somewhere in one of these blocks.
Exactly.
You don't know who the wild card is, but these names don't mean shit.
At the end of the day, it all depends.
Yeah, it depends who's the real wild card.
Exactly.
It's me. I'm in B block, actually. I didn't tell you this, but I'm going to Japan over the next couple of days. Wish me luck, buddy. Because I'm going up against Cobb.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to die in the land of the rising sun.
You're going to die.
I'm going out in a blaze of glory.
He's going to literally take it on a world tour.
I'm going to strap fireworks to my spandex, and we're going to see who can outlast who.
Cobb's finishing move's called Tour of the Islands. You're going to get a Tour of the Islands.
And I'm going to go for a 3-4 round trip because I'm a very durable person.
Durable person.
I am a very durable person. I'm very durable. You don't know how. I'm not very strong, but I'm very sturdy. I'm built like a Sherman tank.
Sherman tank.
Also, I heal pretty fast. It's like a weird Black Wolverine thing I got going on.
That's good.
Yeah, bub.
Yeah. Yeah, bub. We'll revisit this probably closer to the end of the tournament or after it's already concluded.
This would be a part 1.
Essentially, yeah. Because I plan to try to cover New Japan a lot more going forward because I really want to. Because I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
And having you here for this was fun.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of
I'm learning with you.
I love teaching you things.
What you're telling me is that Will Ospreay is British bloke. Okay.
He's a British bloke. He's a funnest British bloke. Right. So it's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun learning about this stuff. Like, it's fun to see you excited over something that's not gaming.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about games all fucking day, but this is just a breath of fresh air for anybody that's like,
different.
God, we need some more content than game. Here, we got wrestling.
I'm bringing wrestling back.
We got wrestling, and I have lore dumps for a lot of shit y'all don't know about yet.
I'm prepared.
I know you are, but I don't think they're ready for the amount of Warhammer 40k vomit they're about to get.
Oh, they're not ready.
It's a 5-parter. I've written out 3. I've written out 3 parts worth of lore.
You've actually written this out? Like
It's in my drive. I have an entire script
Oh.
for about 2 to 3 episodes of After Hours, just explaining Warhammer lore in a fun, edutainment kind of way.
I should do that with Fate at some point.
Please do, because my brain got fried the first time you did it. I was just sitting here, my eyes were back in my head, steam coming off my face, just, I can't take the information.
I can't take it too much.
And then I was forced to watch 3 different movies.
You weren't forced. You could have left.
No. I said I would do it, and fucking, God damn it, I said I was doing it, and I did it.
At least you're a man of your word.
I'm very much a man of my word.
Which I appreciate a hell of a lot.
If I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, damn it.
It's a dying art in this day and age, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, surprisingly, I'm still single. Weird, huh?
Hey,
I'm very upfront.
That's just the way this world goes nowadays. It's all tops and back and words.
Yeah, at least my first dates are always like, I'm just gonna be honest, I'm a complete fucking weirdo. I'm not gonna hide it like 3-6 months in and just let it out. I'm just gonna let you know now, I am a fucking weirdo. By the way, walrus teeth.
Walrus teeth. Okay. Well, there you go. I could have broken down each night, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to put you through that.
Well, to be fair, that would be a lot longer than what we have.
It would have been, and if this was like a longer form podcast, then we could have. But
once again, audience retention. We're not Joe Rogan yet. We can't do a 3-hour podcast on a topic.
Yeah, we're not good enough to do a 3-hour podcast yet.
Keyword yet. We'll get there one day.
One day. But for now, that's as far as we'll go with it. And
so remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell notification with all of our content. Follow me on Twitter @GodRD, and also follow the Twitter channel Bomb Gaming YT. And we'll see you next time when Brandon Powell drives me in this chair to explain the tournament.
Whoa! Yep. Bye, guys.
You must be pretty strong, because I'm well over 200 pounds. Not like well over, but like I'm over 200.
I think I could power drive you.
Remember, lift with your knees, not your back. Don't throw your back up trying to power drive.
Always. Knees first.
And I just gotta learn, don't land on my neck.
Don't let it.
I'll be out way longer than a couple minutes doing that.
Just don't compress your neck.
What neck?